Hi, ready for Chapter 5? Rethinking the plan. The risk of failure made our creation a difficult decision, even for God. The kingdom returned to business as usual, excepting for reports from the New World. The gods continued to meet and plan for their new order, knowing that though Lucifer was pleased now, there was a limit to what he could do, and the germ of discontent had already taken hold. Grateful and loyal, he was safe until he became dissatisfied again. So the discussions for the new creation took a different turn. Abba asked them to focus on safety for the new world. As you know, it is a matter of time until we deal with this challenge again. I am concerned that our plan for a new world with our new design is too dangerous for the universe. Rebellion in an experienced universe that has been exposed to questioning will be bad enough. We delayed in order to restore harmony, but to go ahead now seems that it would put inexperienced beings at a great disadvantage, Abba began. This could be a long-standing ordeal, said Michael. If Lucifer would come back happy to be himself and take up his position, it would work. But I'm afraid seeing their ability the way we have planned it will set off new dissatisfaction in him. It's inevitable, isn't it, Ruach? I'm afraid it is. He is fully absorbed now, fully using his faculties. He is keen, enthusiastic, and focused. It's fun to watch him discover how things work. But yes, even if he is content, seeing their ability will likely lead to jealousy. Perhaps we should wait. His discontent could be seen as our fault, like we set him up. He would certainly make it look like that. Of course, it is no problem to wait, mused Abba. But what we are saying here is we will put him and the new beings at risk no matter what. Do we really need to take the demonstration of love this far? Is it worth it? Not if it means activating the law of sin and death, said Michael. I agree, said Ruach. If it causes separation between him and us, our plans won't look like love. It will be misunderstood. Let's wait. We'll know when the time is right. And so saying, they tabled all plans for their new order of beings indefinitely. Earth's creation delayed. An age went by with creating put on hold, except for the procreating that Lucifer was doing on Earth. Ruach kept the other two gods informed, and of course, they went to visit, and Lucifer came back for convocations and shared. In the beginning, he had seemed like his old self again, radiant, happy, full of gratitude. But after an age had passed, he again began to show restlessness. He became adept at understanding the secrets of the life force. He even got so far as simple life forms. But his questioning had left its mark on him, and often disagreements would occur between him and his helpers. He couldn't bring himself to configure things to support everything else. When he asked questions, Ruach would review the applicable laws and tell him what he would do, and Lucifer would usually do it his own way. Eventually, he tired of it, leaving it to extinction with the entropy of imbalance he projected. He returned home, professing loyalty and gratitude for his education, but he was full of unrest and questions. Patiently, whichever god he approached answered his questions, but he seemed unresolved. He was different, but it was only noticeable to them. Most of the angels regarded him as a hero, having gone out on his own, enduring the hardship of the barren place he had lived. They listened attentively as he regaled them with stories of his adventures. A few of those who had gone with him had returned early, tiring of his insistence that everything be done his way, but simply saying they liked it better at home, and that it had been his quest, not theirs. They had gotten an education too. Deception and accusations. Another age went by, and it became clear that Lucifer was again spreading unrest among the angels. Deception was his method. He cleverly insinuated that the problem was government. But he never blamed the gods outright and made no reference to his failed experiment, now just an enlightening education. His approach was again about freedom and law. Perfect beings shouldn't need laws. Perhaps the other worlds needed them, but angels were a superior race and always did what was right. If he was in charge, everyone could do whatever they wanted to and pursue their dreams. No mention was made that he had been given this. Enough time had passed that many didn't connect his experiment to what he was saying. He was careful now not to mention creating, saying he simply wanted the best for everyone. Artfully promoting himself and his leadership, he created discontent and opposition while claiming to work for good. Time to grieve. Again the gods met to discuss what they could do. Abba opened the discussion. I think the time has come that we have to act, he said gravely. Yes, he is gaining quite a following, added Michael. It's hard to believe they are taken in by him, but he is artful in appealing to their emotions, to what they should and could have, and raising questions about us. He has them very confused. Ruach picked it up. Some of them see through him, connecting what he has done with what he is saying, and they have tried to reason with him. They still love him. Some of them have even talked to him in private. Gabriel has tried to get him to see where he is headed. They used to be so close. His voice trailed off in sadness. And then he went on. It is hard on the loyal ones to watch him misrepresent us. For their sakes, we have to do something. Soon they will question us for allowing him to continue to spread his lies. Ruach, you are most in tune with this. You know his thoughts. Is there nothing that can be done for him? Is it really too late? Asked Abba. I'm afraid any further attempts to reclaim him would only set him more against us. We have done everything we could have done for him. A tear rolled down his cheek. I have loved him and tugged at his heart, as have the two of you. I have tried to get him to question his thoughts, but he grows more adamant in his resistance every day. His desire for power has him. Then the ill-fated time has come, said Abba decisively. Michael, nodding, tears in his eyes, echoed wistfully. The end has come. The end of peace and love as we know it, confirmed Ruach with heaviness. Then moving into strength, he continued, for the sake of the others, we have no time to lose. We must make a plan for polarization so that everyone will be brought to a choice. Time now becomes important. I know this is very sad for you, Abba addressed them both. I know, too, that you have been grieving as I have, knowing this day was coming. But we must take some time to truly allow ourselves to grieve now that redemption is hopeless. Let's spend the rest of today with that, and tomorrow we will decide our approach. For the rest of the day, they shared their feelings. They wept as they remembered the sweetness and beauty of their finest creation, as they realized the loss that rebellion was bringing, not only the felicity, they had all enjoyed, but those they would lose to believing the deceiver. Ruach brought up the names of those he was sure would side with Lucifer. With each name, tears flowed, lamenting their goodness, their uniqueness, their loss of loyalty and love. And that's the end of chapter 5. See you next time.